Hello everyone, it's Anime here, and today we're going to be reviewing chapter 306 of My Hero Academia. So with that, hit that shit. So the chapter begins with All Might standing over Izuku's body and how All Might can feel Izuku talking to the other vestiges while he's in his coma-like state. Almost like it's not words really, it's feelings I can feel. Like the feelings of them testing Deku, the feelings of everything else. And then All Might hears a knock on the door, which would be Best Jeanist and Hawks, and he said, "Be right there real quick." And then they come in to question him, like, how's Midoriya doing, And then All Might says, Midoriya actually will be up in a short bit, with All Might wiping tears from his eyes. And then Hawks goes up to him and says, well, we have some questions, and this concerns One For All and Midoriya. And the panel has a very shocked face of All Might on it. And then All Might's kind of remembering, like, this is supposed to be secret, how did they find out? And then basically it kind of explains that when some heroes, were part of the big battle, and well, they overheard One For All and Midoriya, after Midoriya and heard One For All over that too. And then Endeavor had just informed Hawks that Shigaraki was going after Midoriya, which also, connects Midoriya to One For All, since that seems to be a big thing. So that's kind of how Hawks find out. And then Hawks is like, maybe someone did misspeak, maybe it's possible, but even if that is the case, from your face, it really doesn't seem like that's the case. So I need to know everything. And, well, this leads to All Might saying, okay, I'll tell you everything. Since it's not just heroes against villains, it's heroes versus society at this point. So then we cut to a call with the principal of UA talking to what seems to be a government corporation, and this is explained later in the chapter with the press conference that is on the next panel, which basically has Hawks, Endeavor, and Best Jeanist on it. And Endeavor says that all the allegations that Dabi had were true, and sincerely apologizes. He explained all of his family matters, which would include Todoroki and his other kids and his abuse against them. And basically this makes the media frenzy just go wild. And then they question Hawks, and Hawks basically tells him, yes, the allegations of my father being a villain are true. And then that doesn't really matter that much, but then the allegation of Twice comes up, and he confirms that too by saying, hey, I needed to kill Twice, because if we didn't, then it would have been widespread, 100 times more widespread, like the damage, because there would have been hundreds of Shigarakis, hundreds of Togas, hundreds of Dabis. He needed to kill Twice. And for not being able to take care of that without killing, he apologizes. And then this makes a lady news reporter from the crowd stand up and say, I got a question, if I may. And she says, hey, my mother was horribly injured during the attack. And then she says, if you're saying it's all true, sorry, isn't going to change state of affairs. Do you have the slightest idea how many people have lost their homes in just under a week? How can you stand pretending it's over? Like, what's done is done. Surveillance are directly to blame, but your mistakes is cause all and none of your face shows you understand that. And then Endeavor really just says, well, if I show you my true pain and cry right in front of you, would that help? And then the lady just screams, what? And then just starts going off on him until Endeavor's like, you're right. That's, I need to show by being the villain. That's how, as Endeavor can atone. And then Bastrinas explains the situations, and basically, and yet within our ranks we are losing many, so we also need to be protected so that we can keep on doing our jobs, which means that they're going to be moving, some people are going to be moving it to the high state facilities such as UA, that are designated evacuation shelters, which the parents of the heroes have already started to move in, as shown on a panel with Izuku's mom and Bakugo's mom. And then everyone's like, so with no path forward, you expect people just to accept living in shelters? And then Endeavor's like, this is all for finding a path forward. Like, we don't have one right now, but we will find one. But this is just for now. And then Endeavor says, your criticisms, your doubts, put them all on me. I want all of you just to watch me, which is a reference to his first speech as number one hero, so that's actually pretty cool. And then we cut to a scene with Mountain Lady, Mr. Wash, Night Eye, Mirako, Kami Woods, and then Dabi, and basically we have all the heroes. Like, yes, the heroes were put through Achieve, and if define a hero as someone the people look up to and count on, then the heroes really did vanish that year, and yet some were still prepared to stand and fight, which shows all of them. And then Dabi on the bottom is like, so, I didn't go far enough, I didn't break your will enough, I see. Guess I'm gonna have to go further. And then when Endeavor was asked about One For All, he replied, I don't know, since he doesn't exactly know. And then we cut to the major part of this chapter, the really major part of this chapter, which is with Izuku sending a note to Class 1A, and this note reads, at least to Uraka, thank you for everything. I felt that I had to reveal my secret to everyone with UA, everyone in Class A, so I'm leaving these letters for you guys. My powers passed down to me from All Might, which is why Shigaraki and All For One are now coming after me, which means he has to leave to protect everyone in Class 1A, UA, and the parents. And then everyone got a letter like this, so he basically revealed everyone about his quirk. And so basically, it cuts to a scene with Uraka, that dummy. So, yeah. And then we have this wide screen panel with Izuku basically standing over a city, and a building falls down, and he's like a giant villain. Now, this could be one of two things, really. It's either that he's about to go down to fight Shigaraki or something because of Shigaraki, or this could be homage to the first episode / chapter with the giant villain attacking, and he's just going around defeating villains, which he can do since he does have his provisional license, so he's allowed just to go around and beat villains. So yeah, so he's either about to fight Shigaraki, or he's about to just pay homage to his first ever villain he ever saw in the series and go beat a giant villain, really. And the chapter is called The Final Act, so I really don't know whether this is gonna be the final arc, or it's just the final act is it's going to a time skip, and then we're gonna have a couple more arcs after that, and that's gonna end. It's probably gonna be the last arc though, which this seems like a good place to end off. So yeah. My overall review of the chapter, I'd have to say it was a really good chapter. I'll give it an 8 out of 10. A good setup chapter. and also kind of with like, oh wow, he just revealed, like Izuku just revealed the secret of One for All to everyone in Class 1A. So big surprises, needed surprises, and honestly, he's taking a Sasuke route here. He's Sasuke, Bakugo's gonna try to come after his butt though. We already know it's gonna be Sasuke Naruto route. I'm just saying that's what Horikoshi's taking probably. Bakugo's gonna be like, really? You just want to do that? Okay, bet. And Bakugo's probably been after him for a while now. So yeah, thank you all for watching. If you liked, then like, subscribe, or not. You have free will. And yeah, this is the anime signing off.